Hello students, are we ready for the next problem? All right, let's read it. Nathan drew on the Cartesian plane two proportional triangles, pre-image ABC and image A prime, B prime, C prime. He used the origin as the center of dilation and the scale factor of, and then we get the coordinates xy, 2x, 2y. The triangle ABC has a ratio between the sides AB and BC of AB over BC equals to 3. What is the ratio of the sides A prime, B prime to B prime, C prime in the triangle A prime, B prime, C prime? So let's analyze what's given to us. So there is a pre-image, right? That means my original, that means the first one, right? But we also have an image, and we have both labels given to you here. Okay, so what else do I know? Well, there was a dilation, right? And they have a scale factor here. If we have a scale factor, and I don't know if you can see that, but the scale factor is already here. Do you see the number right next to the x and the y? That is your scale factor. Very good. So let's write it down over here. So scale factor equals 2. Okay, let's continue. What else do I know about the problem? There is such a ratio. Now remember, a ratio is a comparison of two things, right? So in this case, my ratio that they're giving me is AB over BC, and it says that it's equals to 3. Is that right? So what shape are we talking about? Yes, it is a triangle. Now, the reason for that is because what I want you to do next is to help understand the problem better, we're going to actually draw the triangles. Is that right? So let me give you a second so that you guys can draw the triangles. Okay, ready to continue? So if this is my pre-image, then what do I know about the pre-image? Well, I know that they have a ratio of AB over BC equals to 3. So I'm going to put labels. Let's write some labels here. So that will be A, B, and C. So when you compare it as a ratio, as a fraction, it means a division, right? So that means that AB divided by BC has to be equals to 3. So think about two numbers that when you divide them, it gives you a 3. So I'm going to use 6 and 2. Why? Because that will give me AB over BC equals 6 over 2, and that will give me equals to a 3, which is what was given to me. Is that right? Okay, so what about the next triangle? What's going to happen to the next triangle? Since the scale factor is 2, what does that mean about the next triangle? Is it going to get bigger or smaller? It actually got bigger, right? So to find my new triangle, I know that I need to multiply 6 times 2. You're right, because that's AB. So if AB is 6, then I'm going to multiply that by 2. And what do I get? 12. Very good. What about BC? Length segment BC is actually 2, and if I multiply by 2, it will give me a 4. Now remember, 2 is my scale factor. So that's the reason why I'm multiplying by the same number. Are we ready for the next step? So now I want to draw another triangle with those measurements. So let me give you a couple of seconds for you guys to do that. So let's label our new triangle. And we're going to label it the same way that we did the first one. So this will be A prime, this will be B prime, and C prime. So earlier when we multiplied by 2, which was the scale factor, we found some measurements, right? So now I know that AB prime is equals to 12. Sorry for that. Let me write it again. So this is a 12. And B prime C prime we found to be a 4. Very good. So let's write those measurements. So on the left, on the right side, we're going to write down 12. And on the bottom, which is B prime C prime, will be a 4. So what I need to do now is I need to compare them, right? So I already have them here. I'm comparing 12 over 4. And what do I get? What's 12 divided by 4? Because I'm comparing them, right? That would be a 3. Very good. So again, I know the numbers were not given to you as far as like the measurements for the triangle, but remember, I'm just trying to show you the approach so that you guys understand that in reality, what happened in both cases? Did the ratio change or did I get the same number? Got the same number, right? So therefore, the answer for this will be letter B. Very good.